Shalom, Royal Family. The class you are about to hear is taught by the Honorable Yudhe Beit Nun Sophie Yudhe many years ago. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Visit us at www.yahweh144000.com. Also, Royal Family, you can enroll in classes designed for the Godhead at www.universityofyahweh.org. And also, Royal Family and friends, we want to share with you Yahweh's Keys to Riches. And on that YouTube channel, you can listen to Yahweh's daily word and keep up with the correct solar time each and every day. We'd like to see you there as well. Go to Yahweh's Keys to Riches. It's in the description below so that you can join us there as well. Remember, when you get there, just like here, remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channels. All right, Royal Family, we look forward to seeing you there as well. Enjoy.
Before you can appreciate the Feast of Unleavened Bread or Passover, you have to come to understand who you are in relationship to this great event. Without a knowledge of yourself, without a knowledge of your roots, this has no significance to you whatsoever. So my first job will be to synoptically give you a historical overview of who you are scripturally and how you come to be in America and why. Your past, your present, and your future destiny. I will identify you scripturally with proof positive. You, of course, are free to receive it or reject it. I'm not here to attempt to convert you or change you or force you to change your position. Simply present you with the fact that I pray you are motivated enough to research for yourself, intelligent enough to seek this knowledge out for yourself. I'm not like a preacher who's going to sit here and when you get through, you won't know nothing. You never did. All your life you shouted and foamed and spit, fell out, danced all over the place, but you didn't learn about the name of your God. You didn't learn about your history, your culture, your language, and your land, and where you came from, and why you're suffering and catching hell in America. Why are you the downtrodden and the oppressed? And so you give up your lifeblood in the military of America. You serve America, no matter what is put on you. When the enemy strike you down, you fall out in the lawn and say, have mercy on them, Lord. They don't know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. You have not known what you're doing. So the first part of the night will be to bring you into that historical relationship of your ancestors through today. Then I will give you the knowledge of the hidden name, what this name means and why the earth, all the nations of the earth sought to hide it. Why is the press interested in me? Why is the press interested in defaming followers of Yahweh? Could it be to try and keep my people from coming into the knowledge of themselves? Could it be that they want my people to be frightened, afraid? Then we will move from that point into the knowledge of the feast, scripturally. Then after the knowledge of the feast, the knowledge of Passover. Then the knowledge of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And then, of course, definitions of all of these things on the carnal level, and then we'll move and progress to the spiritual level. Now, of course, this knowledge is so vast until I will try to complete it in these 8 days, but that's impossible. But it is far better for me to give you an overview in the initial stage than to concentrate on a point or two and everybody misses the grand picture. So first, before we get into the hidden name, and before we get into your history as far as the Bible is concerned, which is almost first, I want to deal with what is the nation of Yahweh. What is the nation of Yahweh? The nation of Yahweh is a voluntary association of men and women who freely come together of their own will and accord to learn their true history, knowledge of their God. The nation of Yahweh is a system of moral conduct. Now, system indicates an order. Like you saw our little 2-year-olds tonight, 2 to 3-year-olds came out first, and then the 3 to 6. It's phenomenal. You haven't heard the older ones. You will hear them tonight, but you cannot imagine any children that young can discourse that long and with the vocabulary that they exemplify and add up one apple seed plus one apple seed and tell you what it truly equals. See, Yahweh taught me that my people through the PhD level don't know how to count. Because when I ask them, what is 2 plus 2, they say 4. And that's the dumbest answer. That's just not true. That's the dumbest answer in the universe. 2 plus 2 is 4. It isn't. That's why my people have nothing. See, 2 nothings plus 2 nothings leaves nothing. See, we don't know the difference between a number and numerals. Praise Yahweh. But my children know the difference between a number and a numeral. They know that a number is an idea, an express will of my divine mind. So if you don't assign an idea to 2, you have nothing. Or 1 or any other numeral. It's an unknown quantity. 2 plus 2 equals an unknown quantity until you identify what it belongs to. You didn't learn this in school. I know, I went there. You think I didn't go to the schools you went to? I was just as dumb as you. you think you're smart, then you count. Count from 0 to 1. Yeah, I say a PhD mathematician with that one. Count from 0 to 1. You don't know where to begin. If you don't know how to get from 0 to 1, you can't get from 1 to nowhere else. So we've been miseducated. So my children know basic mathematics. One apple seed, one apple seed equals trees, and industry, buildings, furniture, houses, apple cider, and apple wine. You know y'all like to get high. You these fellas know how to get high. Like to drink wine, you bunch of wine heads. You used to be that. Love to get high. And throw your high away. Eat an apple and throw the seeds away. Isn't that dumb? Throw a whole orchard away. Why do we throw the orchard away? Miseducated. Those who rule over you have orchards. You went to school and were taught to eat the apple a day and throw the wealth away. Who taught me? I went to the same school you did. I went to the same church you did. I didn't learn this in church. If it was taught in colleges and churches and schools and institutions, then there'd be more of me out here. I'm the only one. So I met somebody different than who you met. That's obvious. Now, if I were a selfish person, the knowledge that I have, I would keep it to myself so I can rule over you with privileged knowledge. But you know what I do? I teach you what I know as fast as you can learn it. And all that you can learn as fast as you can learn it. And you never exhaust my wisdom. And neither am I threatened by what you learn. Because you can't threaten God. I wanted all the white folks to stay a little longer so they could hear me tell them I am the mighty God. That's who I am. See, you've never seen the one that looked like you. Say they the mighty God. So see, all your life, you have had a false image. Oh, yes. You've had the image in your mind that white is divine. You never had a question as long as this image hung in your churches. Grandmother, grandmama, mama, auntie, everybody had it hanging all in the house. And pictures for white folks to hang up in their house. Thought frames with lights in it. God, now, when you think about the Son of God, you see a white boy. You accepted it without question. Then lo and behold, there's a man that has come in your midst. Yahweh ben Yahweh said that he is the Son of Yahweh. But people have questions. I come in the name of the great, good, and terrible black God. People say, color don't make no difference. Well, if color don't make no difference, shut up. What's your fuss? Incredible, isn't it? Since color makes no difference, be quiet. I'm just here to tell you the fact he's black. White folks don't argue with that. Haven't found one to argue yet. Only people ever argue. No nation argue. Only people ever argue. My people. My people. hard to get this image out your head. Yes, it is. It's difficult. So you know who you've been bowing down to and worshiping? False image. See, I'm the real one. That's why they gave you a false image. Why did they give my people a false image? So that when I, the real one, come, you'll reject your Savior and deliverer. And I come to my own, and my own receive me not. Just like the book says. So when I say I'm the mighty God, I know that might strike a chord of bewilderment in some, doubt in others, and that's wonderful. I think that's great. But let's don't be emotional about the matter. See, I'm here to cause you to experience an intellectual encounter. Let's be intellectual about the matter. Let's come now and let us reason together. Let's reason this matter out. Let's look into your intelligent quotient. I am not at all disturbed that you don't believe that. I am the mighty God. Fantastic. I think that's great. And for you that just saw me the first time and believe that I am, I think that's fantastic. Ain't that great? But I offer both of you the same challenge. If you believe it, you still need to do the same thing that the one that doesn't believe needs to do. The first intellectual, reasoning, logical conclusion you have to come to is you cannot say who I am not. If you do not, neither can you say who I am unless you have a witness of yourself. Unless there's just the Spirit of Yahweh working inside you and tell you who I am. You don't have that experience, then you have to rely on your mind power. Now I have to offer you a challenge. How can you say who I am not when you can't define what I said I am? And before we get into that point, see, the point is, if I am not the mighty God, then you have nothing to worry about. See how simple it is? You got it made. If I'm not the mighty God, nothing I say matters. If I'm not the mighty God, all that I'm doing with this job, throw away. If I'm not the mighty God, the house that I'm building is still being built upon sand. And when the storms and the winds and the rain beat against my house, it will still wash away and disintegrate. See how beautiful that is? If I'm not the one, isn't that fantastic? You can say, I can keep waiting. I can keep living a life of hell, corruption and confusion. I can keep living an immoral life and do plenty more wrong. Here you go. I don't have to straighten up. I don't have to quit committing adultery. Keep on catching AIDS and gonorrhea, syphilis, herpes and stuff. But if I am the one, see, you have a serious problem. It proves you can't afford to take the chance on my being the one and you being wrong. So I don't respect you for believing me because I say it. I have no respect for you at all. I think you're a very foolish person, and I don't want you to follow me. I don't even want you to follow me. So see, I know the next time somebody comes talking loud, talking strong, on the crowd, you'll be over there. You'll be blown about by every wind and doctrine, by your emotional state. This is a serious matter. We're talking about life and death. You're talking about eternity. It takes a mighty man to stand up and say he's the mighty God. And not be afraid of it. See, a man say that, not the one, boy. He's in trouble with the mighty God. He's the mighty God of the biggest fool you ever heard of. I don't want you to make a mistake. So before you can say that I am not the mighty God, if you have the nerve to stand here now and be logical and say that I am not the mighty God, then I challenge you to stand now and say, you are not the mighty God. If you can say that, you must know who he is. And then you got the brain right here, see? So we can have a showdown. You got to produce your God. You can't tell me he's a spirit somewhere. You can't tell that loud God. See, I can prove I am the spirit of Yahweh. I am the spirit of God. I can prove that. You discover that as we move along. But I'm approaching your mind intellectually now. Unless you can stand and define God. If you don't know your ABCs, how you gonna tell me about CAT? You don't know God. You don't know your ABCs. I know what you were taught. I told you I was taught what you were taught. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. Isn't that sad? We never learned our A, our B, our C. So the first thing I had to do was come to you and teach you A. Praise God, because without A, you cannot be. You have not come to be, you still can't be. See, the public education system taught you to be a fool, so they could use you as a tool, and a slave, and a workforce, and a laborer. You don't have the tools for freedom without knowing your ABCs. They tell you need to learn it, but they never teach you. A means a person series. Measured by the angstrom unit. 1/10 kiloton. The electromagnetic force of light. Without it, there is no light. That's why A is in the name of Yahweh. The name of Yahweh is all. I am A. Alpha. And the whole and Omega. But see, I'm not going to teach you on A's tonight. You just be satisfied that you don't know it. Because you know you don't. You just say A, but you don't know A. My students, all my scholars here, they know, hey, this is the most intelligent group of people on the earth. My children are the same way. This is an education. We were taught to say ABCs like a parrot, like a bird. But tonight you are introduced to the letter A. We were never introduced in all of our education under the other people who ruled over us. They gave us the letter without the knowledge of the letter. They gave us A, B, C as an alphabet, but they kept the knowledge of the alphabet from us. That means you have a tool that you don't know what it is. You have A as a tool and don't know what the tool is. So if you don't know what it is, you don't know what it's used for. If you don't know what it's used for, then you don't know how to use A. And if you do not know how to use A, that effectively shuts you out from the knowledge of it. So you've not been educated. So then what am I producing? I'm producing God. That's what the promise of the Bible offers you. That's my power to make you to become the actual son of God. Anyone who has not made you, formed you, renewed you, regenerated you into the actual son of God has only robbed you in the name of God. They failed to produce someone like God. I'm the only one producing a people like God. God-like. See, Yahweh is divine mind. And if your mind is devil, then you are an opposer to the God mind. Satan means your mind is in opposition to the Creator. Satan, devil, serpent, beast, dragon are all names for the one who's the enemy to God. Yahweh. So that's why the Bible says you must be renewed in what? The spirit of your mind. Why are we servants to white people and they rule over us? Because we have a devil, serpent, snake mind. And you have to give up that mind and take on a new man. That's what the Bible says. You have to give up the old man. And put on the new man. Ephesians 4:22, you want to write it down. You can't rule with the old man. Old man, 6,000 years old. Why they call him the old man? That's why the Bible calls the serpent that old serpent. The old serpent, the old mind, the old man. 6,000 years old is kind of old. In light of yours, 60, 70 years. So his mind is immoral. Divine mind of Yahweh is moral. Good, just, honorable, mindful, upright, reputable, chaste, virtuous, principled, ethical. So, you need a new mind. You cannot be the son of Yahweh with a mind that's not like his. Son means sonship, means like father, like son. And the truth that I am the son of God, Yahweh, I must be able to produce some more sons for him. I can't keep this knowledge to myself. Then I'm not the son of Yahweh if I do that. The proof that I'm the son is I come to you who have no knowledge of how to be his son and cause you to take on the mind of God. Therefore qualify you to be his son too. And since he's God, then his son got to be God. That's the inheritance. The true inheritance is to have the mind like your father. You don't learn this in school. You don't learn what I'm saying in church. Oh, hallelujah. See, I'm still dealing with the mighty God right now. Just carry you through a little A, and we can go on and on and on. But I think all of you can see that to be the sons of God, You can't make that statement and then act the opposite. Can't be incongruent. Your actions of mind have to be compatible with your statement in order for you to be the Son of God. Sons of God. You can't become a son of God without the Son, the actual Son, making you to be so, because you don't have the power without Him.